Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vista Secondary School here at Sengkang. So today we will have a very special guest later, guys. And as you guys know, the last 9 days of elections have been incredibly challenging and tiring for all our candidates, including our special guest. So later on, I will ask you for about 20 seconds of your time. 20 seconds where we just go crazy and we just let it loose and give our candidates and our special guests the biggest noise that you can ever make just to give them a recharge. Can we practice that? Yes? Okay. Let's go. Let's try one time. Sengkang, let's make some noise. Good job, Sengkang. The thing is, I know you guys can do even better, so later, when I say Sengkang, let's wake up the rest of Sengkang. We go. That is right. Now, do you guys also know the party cheer? Everybody knows the party cheer? If you don't know the party cheer, we have to practice it, okay? So the party cheer, we always do it 3 times. It's Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Okay? Everybody knows that? Got the memo? Yes. Guys, Majulah, Majulah Singapura, Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura, Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Woo! Very good practice, guys. Later on, we will definitely need all the energy channeled to our candidates and to our special guests. So please keep your energy and let it loose later. See you in a bit. Sengkang residents and PAP supporters. My name is Sarah NK and I'm so honored to be your host for tonight. Thank you for being here with us at North Vista Secondary School. Your presence really means a great deal to our team and to our candidates. It's a powerful show of encouragement as well as support for both the candidates and the party. Over the past 5 years, the PAP Sengkang team has been actively on the ground listening to all your grouses, all your complaints, all your feedback, and really trying to learn how to serve you better.
大家晚上好，盛港的居民，还有我们的人民行动党的支持者，谢谢你们抽出时间来支持我们。你们今天到来意义重大，我知道今晚有11个群众大会，所以如果你们下来支持的话，真的对我们的候选人还有我们的政党是最有力的鼓励与支持。在过去这5年里，人民行动党盛港团队直积极地走入社区，倾听大家的心声，努力了解怎么为你们大家服务。让我们以热烈的掌声欢迎人民行动党盛港团队。Let's put our hands together today and give a warm round of applause to welcome the PAP Sengkang team, Bernadette Young, Dr. Elmi Nakmat, Theodora Lai, Dr. Lampin Min, and of course, our special guest today. Let's welcome Prime Minister Lawrence Wong. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And our candidates and Prime Minister, please take a seat. To start our rally off for today, we have a Sengkang resident of 25 years. Let's welcome Madam Nohayati binti Muhammad Amin. Round of applause.
Selamat petang semua. Nama saya Yati Amin dan saya berbangga untuk berada di sini hari ini sebagai seorang penduduk Sengkang dan juga penyokong kuat Parti Tindakan Rakyat PAP. Malam ini saya ingin bercakap dari hati mengenai seseorang yang pasti ramai sudah mengenali beliau, Puan Bernadette Young, atau lebih mesra dikenali sebagai Bernie. Ada di kalangan penduduk Sengkang mungkin tertanya-tanya, apakah Bernie boleh lakukan dalam masa yang singkat? Mari saya berkongsi dengan anda. Dalam hanya 4 bulan, Bernie telah bekerja dengan keras, malah 3 kali ganda keras. Beliau kelihatan di mana-mana untuk mengenali kita, penduduk Sengkang. Lawatan ke blok, di pasar, pusat beli belak, antaranya Rivervale Plaza dan juga kedai kopi. Bernie senantiasa murah senyuman pada sesiapa sahaja semasa lawatan. Beliau juga luangkan masa berbicara dan mendengar luahan. Beliau berusaha untuk berhubung dan lebih memahami penduduk Sengkang. Keikhlasan Bernie bukan sekadar pura-pura. Ia benar-benar ikhlas dan sungguh-sungguh dan telah menambat kebanyakan hati penduduk Sengkang. Dalam masa 4 bulan ini, Bernie juga meluangkan masa untuk lebih memahami budaya kita dan menyertai aktiviti berbilang bangsa. Pada Ramadan lalu, saya amat tersentuh apabila beliau tetap hadir turun padang untuk agihan bubur Ramadan dan biskut raya pada penduduk walaupun dalam keadaan kurang sihat. Kerana apa? Kerana keikhlasan dan kesungguhan Bernie untuk membina hubungan dengan penduduk berbilang kaum. Dia memahami bahawa komuniti yang kuat adalah komuniti yang di mana setiap orang merasa dilihat, didengar dan dihormati. Sahabat dan penduduk Sengkang, Bernie bukan sekadar calon biasa. Dia seorang ibu, seorang pekerja dan seorang sahabat seperti anda dan saya. Dia memahami harapan yang kita bawa, kebimbangan yang kita pikul dan impian yang kita ingin bina untuk anak dan ibu bapa kita. untuk membina Sengkang yang lebih kuat, prihatin dan inklusif. Saya percaya ini sangat bermakna. Lebih-lebih lagi, kebanyakan adalah penduduk minoriti. Keadaan global hari ini tidak stabil dan persekitaran ekonomi penuh dengan ketidakpastian. Jalan ke hadapan tidak akan mudah. Itulah sebabnya kita memerlukan satu pasukan yang bersatu, bertanggungjawab dan berfikiran ke hadapan untuk menempuhi perjalanan ini bersama kita. Pilihan raya bukan hanya tentang membuat keputusan, ia adalah tentang membuat janji untuk masa depan kita. Marilah kita sama-sama menyokong atas kepercayaan dan keyakinan pada Dr. Lam Pimin, Dr. Elmi Nikmat, Puan Theodora Lai dan Bernadette Jiam. Undilah Parti Tindakan Rakyat PAP, satu pasukan yang benar-benar mendengar suara anda, memahami keperluan anda dan bersama-sama menghadapi cabaran. Terima kasih semua. Selamat malam.
Thank you so much for that, Yati. Before we go to our next speaker, I think we should definitely acknowledge all the hardworking people behind putting these rallies together. For one, we have 2 sign language interpreters here with us today. I think we have Janice and Jonathan. Would you like to wave to the crowd? Hardworking interpreters that have been interpreting for all the rallies. Another round of applause also to our media and camera crew who have been running tirelessly for the last few days. Let's give them all a round of applause. And of course, let's also thank our PAP volunteers. You guys have worked tirelessly to put all of this together, and all of us are so very, very grateful. Now, let's proceed with our next speaker for today. She has become a bit of a viral sensation because of her magic cup abilities, let's say. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause to Bernadette Giam.
Thank you. Salam sejahtera kepada semua penduduk Sengkang. Nama saya Bernie. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bernadette Giam, and it is a pleasure to see all of you tonight. Ane varakum, male vanakam. 各位盛港居民，大家晚上好。我是王诗佳，人民行动党盛港集选区的候选人。非常感谢大家今晚来出席群众大会，因为有你，所以我们来了。 我们听到您的心声，盛港的居民，你们想不想要改变？你们想不想要比较美好的未来？我也一样。为了我们2个孩子的未来，为了所有盛港居民的未来。 我们大家一定要投行动党一票，保障我们大家的未来。行动党已经做好准备，带领国人渡过难关。我们需要大家强有力的支持。新加坡需要所有国人保持团结，维持社会稳定。 选出一个远见、高效率的人民行动党政府， 这样我们就能可以留住和吸引到更多的外来投资，保障大家的生计。盛港的居民，用你手中的一票，告诉全世界，我们不怕困难，我们团结一心。盛港有你有我，我们齐心协力，我们一定行。请投人民行动党一票，请投我王诗佳一票，谢谢。Thank you, Sengkang residents. And once again, good evening. I'm Bernadette Giam, and I'm so happy to see all of you here tonight. Over the past few months, I've walked your estates. I've knocked on your doors. I've listened to your hopes, your worries, your dreams. And tonight, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for opening your doors, and thank you for opening your hearts. I know life hasn't been easy. Every trip to Sheng Siong or NTUC, the costs are rising. Every coffee shop meal costs more, even a simple kopi o. And if you're raising children or caring for the elderly, it's even harder. With 2 young children, I feel it too. In this campaign, you've heard many promises: higher CPF returns, universal minimum wage, redundancy insurance. But let's ask ourselves the hard questions. Can those CPF promises really hold up when markets are so uncertain? And can our businesses, especially our SMEs, afford these carrots that have been dangled before you? Our SMEs employ 70% of our Singaporean workforce, and if they struggle, jobs are at risk. We all want to do more for our people, but we have to be responsible. We have to be honest. So let's ask ourselves the deeper question: what are we all really working for? I want to assure you that the PAP has thought this through. The PAP has always been working for the next generation. Because our hopes are the same. We want our children to grow up in a Singapore that is stable, that is safe, that is full of opportunity. We want them to chase their dreams without fears, without burdens, without worry. We take action so that our children will never need to be challenged in affliction, so that they will not have to grieve, so that they will not be left with just the remnants. Because right now, together with the PAP, we are sowing seeds of the future. My fellow Singaporeans, when crazy things happen in the world, some governments just say, bo pian. Some just talk, but not the People's Action Party. When we faced egg shortages during the pandemic, they diversified our imports. When we were worried that we would run out of rice in our supermarkets, they revealed that they had stockpiles waiting. When global inflation hit, they rolled out a 10 billion assurance package with targeted support for all Singaporeans. Because real leadership, my brothers and sisters, is about rolling up our sleeves, finding solutions and standing with our people. And when we talk about standing together, we must talk about something very close to my heart: women and families. In Singapore, women wear many hats: caregivers, leaders, mothers, workers. But too often, women are forced to choose career or caregiving, duty or dreams. This must change. Personally, I can share with all of you that I am only standing up here because I have found help in the right places, in my dark moments, in my challenging times. And if I had not found the inspiration, if I had not found the right company, if I did not feel empowered in my own growth as a woman, I would not be standing here. And that is why, as your representative, I will champion better childcare and elder care support so families can breathe easier. Better sustained support for single mothers, because they are also mothers of our Singaporeans. Better support for mothers regardless of how they choose to care for their families. And a greater focus on women's health care and financial literacy so that she can secure her family's future. Support a woman, you support a whole family. Support families, you support a whole generation. And when we talk about uplifting generations, we must remember no one does it alone. It takes all of us, because behind every strong woman, every strong family is a strong community. And in Singapore, what anchors our community is unity. Last week, when I spoke in Tamil, something truly beautiful happened. It wasn't just the Tamil-speaking community that responded. I received an outpouring of support from the Malays, the Eurasians, and the Chinese too. And in that moment, I was reminded of the truth that our unity is a bridge that connects every heart of every Singaporean. Not a bridge. Not a bridge of concrete or steel, not just HDB blocks or roads, but one woven with respect, strengthened by kindness and anchored in trust. It is this unity that has carried us through the toughest storms, and it is this unity that is going to carry us forward into the future. That's why we must protect it. We need leadership that will honor and strengthen it. The PAP will never take our unity for granted. The PAP will never tear it down for political gain, because in Singapore, our unity is not just a value, it is our strength. And in Sengkang, I have seen this spirit of unity and tolerance, and we must preserve it. I think of Uncle Edwin, a retired art teacher from Rivervale, who now volunteers teaching art in the community. Not everything may be a bed of roses for him. He has his challenges too. But he continues to do it. He continues to give back because he can, and because he wishes to see our next generation benefit from his effort. He wishes to see more art in our community, and we can make that happen together. That's the Sengkang I love. United, not just brick and mortar, not just HDB blocks. The Sengkang we can build together is filled with soul because it is built by people who care. My teammates, my great teammates, Dr. Lam, Elmi, Theodora, we have been listening. You, dear residents, have shared with us your honest hopes for this place that you call home. Now let me share a few. Young parents are asking for more affordable after-school student care near their blocks. Seniors want programs and infrastructure so they are not confined to their homes. Teenagers are looking for more open spaces so that they can connect and study and hang out. These are not just requests, they are your wishes, and wishes that affect your everyday, and they deserve to be heard. So let's build a Sengkang that isn't just functional, but beautiful, inclusive, and alive with heart. That's the Sengkang I want to build with you. How are we going to do that? By not taking for granted what we have today. Some may say it's okay lah, PAP sure win. But my friends, every vote matters. Every voice matters. And as you can remember in the past election right here in Sengkang, there is no sure win for the PAP. But here we all are, standing before you today. We want to make a comeback. In spite of having lost in 2020, we want to get Sengkang back on track. Just yesterday when I was walking around the hawker center, a resident told me how much Sengkang has improved from amenities. The ones he mentioned were all committed before 2020. This was the work of the PAP. But other people, they're claiming credit for it. But with your support, we can pick up where we left off. We can make Sengkang shine brighter. My fellow Singaporeans, this election is not just about today. It is about a future of hope, a future of strength, a future where unity is not just a word. Let's leave behind a Singapore our children will inherit with pride, protect with love, and carry forward with courage. And now, my dear residents, to honor the spirit of unity, allow me to say a few words in the language that touched so many of you last week. Sengkang il valam, anbana makale. Kadanta varam nan tamalil pesya pota. Ungal ambana adaravaku nandri. India, Sina, Matru Malay, Samugatina anevaridon irundum. Yenake adaravaku kidetetu. Seyalil nambike, Munetratil nambike, Wutrumayil nambike. PAP vakaliangal nandri. Give the PAP. Give the PAP a chance to do the work, to make it work for Sengkang. Support us. Vote PAP. Majulah Singapura.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Bernadette Yam. And while we're adjusting the microphones again, I was told that one of our sign language interpreters today actually was swapped out. So the names of our sign language interpreters today are Jonathan, who is on stage now, and Daniel off stage. You want to stand up and wave, Daniel? A lot of hard work for them learning this and doing this for our friends out there. So let's acknowledge all the hard work they do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to hear from the person we all want to hear from today. The man, the moment. Let's welcome PAP Secretary General and Prime Minister Lawrence Wong.
Residents of Sengkang, Salam Sejahtera, Malai Vanakkam, Datia Wan Shang Hao. Good evening. It's so good to see all of you here. Usually I speak at the end of the speakers, but today I am double booked. After Sengkang, I have to go to Punggol. So I'm speaking here first, and then I'm going to Punggol later. But I want to come to Sengkang to support our PAP team in Sengkang. This is our final night of campaign for this election. It's been 9 days. Our PAP candidates have been all over Singapore, including right here in Sengkang, walking the pavements, knocking on doors, meeting residents everywhere. And I want to thank all of you for your words of encouragement and support. Thank you very much. In 2020, Sengkang was a new GRC. The PAP contested. Unfortunately, we lost. We didn't get the chance to serve you at that time. But the PAP has not given up on Sengkang. And in this election, we have fielded a strong, capable team. They are the underdogs. But mind you, they are ready to serve you and they are ready to make a comeback. The leader of our PAP team needs no introduction. He's no one other than Dr. Lam Pin Min. He's been with you in Sengkang since 2006 when he was serving Sengkang West residents. He has done much for Sengkang, but he still has much more to contribute to you, for you. And we have other new members joining the team. You know them by now. Theodora Lai, Almi Nekmat, and the latest addition, Bernadette Giam, who, as you can see, has already been making an impact. It's a strong, fresh team combining experience with new energy and new perspectives. So, friends and residents of Sengkang, please give the PAP team your full support. I myself had visited Sengkang in March this year for a constituency visit. I very much thank you for the warm welcome that you gave me when I visited at that time. Since then, Pin Min and his team have been telling me more about Sengkang, like the best place at Sengkang Riverside Park to catch the sunset, like the good food that you have here, Char Kway Teow in Anchorvale 303, prawn noodles at Compassvale 205, and many others, which I hope I will be able to try. But the point is, like you, our PAP team loves Sengkang. They know Sengkang. And like you, they want to make Sengkang a better home for all of you. So give our PAP team a chance this round. Give us a chance to show what we can do for you. I've said that Singaporeans are sophisticated and discerning voters. And I believe that's so everywhere, and it is so right here in Sengkang. You know that the party you choose and the individuals you choose to represent you matters. They matter because these are your representatives who will serve you and your families right here in Sengkang. The opposition says that upgrading programs are now extended all over Singapore, so it's the same. It doesn't matter who you vote. But having national upgrading programs across the island is just the baseline. That's only the minimum. Don't settle for the minimum. You can do better. You know that a good team in charge can make a difference. Here in Sengkang, you have a unique advantage. You have been served by both PAP and Workers' Party before. So in fact, you have a very good basis to compare. And I ask all Sengkang residents, as we approach cooling off day tomorrow and before you actually vote on 3rd May, reflect, consider carefully who is the better candidate, who is the better team to serve you. Who is the better team to serve you? One more time. I know some residents might say, I prefer the PAP team. But I also want some alternative voices in Parliament, some checks and balances. And I understand these sentiments. I do. In fact, to these residents, I will say, you can be assured that there will be alternative voices in Parliament. After all, the Workers' Party now says that it has safe seats. To quote one of its candidates, safe seats for the Workers' Party. Bao ya, sure to win, basically, from their point of view. So they will be around. They will be around. And furthermore, in this election, there will be multiple hotly contested seats, both GRCs and SMCs. Not just here in Sengkang, but in other places too. Some of these constituencies, you may have the opposition breaking through, and they will add to the opposition presence in the Parliament. So the opposition presence in Parliament is here to stay. Therefore, the more important questions which I would put to all Sengkang residents and voters is this: who in your heart of hearts do you really want to serve yourself and your families and to represent you in Parliament? Which party will you vote for? Everyone, of course, will have their own considerations. I would like to put to residents something to consider, because to me, character is important. It really comes down to the character of the individual. Ask yourself, do you think the candidate is honest, is upfront, is upright? Do you trust that they will always put the interest of Singapore and Singaporeans before their interest? Do you trust that they will uphold the fundamental ideals that we believe in here in Singapore? So ask yourself these questions, reflect, consider carefully. But what I can tell you is this: I will vouch for our PAP team. They are men and women of character and integrity. They will serve you with all their hearts. You already know Bin Min very well. He has remained steadfast, committed, and dedicated to residents here all these years. The new members of the team are equally committed, energetic, with new ideas, new perspectives, eager to learn, and they will go all out to serve you. And together they have been listening to you, standing with you, serving you. So if Sengkang residents, all Sengkang residents, not just here today, but everyone in Sengkang, if you truly believe in your heart of hearts that the PAP team can serve you better in Sengkang, please vote for the PAP. Our team, our PAP team will do their utmost. They will do their best to work with you, to turn their proposals into reality, and they will be fully backed by the PAP, including me personally. Beyond Sengkang, all of you know the PAP's track record all over Singapore. Over the last 60 years, you have trusted the PAP to build Singapore together with you. Even the opposition recognizes that. They may want more seats in Parliament, but they don't want to form the government. They say this is the PAP's burden, the PAP's job. PAP, please do. We only want more seats, but no responsibility. And so the PAP has walked this journey with all of you for the last 60 years. And walking this journey together has really been an act of faith. Because here in Singapore, we began with nothing. We didn't have enough water, no natural resources, no hinterland. Just a people of different races, languages, religions, but bound together by a shared conviction that we could build something together and we could build something better if we did it together. And we made it happen. People said that Singapore wouldn't make it, but we made it happen. In one generation, we went from mudflats to metropolis, from struggling for survival to standing tall among nations. It's not because we were lucky. It's because we stood as one people and we never gave up. We dared to dream big and we worked hard to make our dreams come true. And along the way, we forged something precious. Not just a successful country, but a harmonious and an inclusive society. A strong and united people. That's the Singapore spirit. And that's what got us here today. Now, you know that the world has changed. What we relied on in the past is no longer guaranteed. You look around us, there are major powers are clashing, tensions are going up, trade barriers are going up, and global rules are breaking down. So it's a very different world, and we cannot afford to stand still. Our next chapter of the Singapore story will not write itself. We must write it together. That's why I stepped forward to serve as your Prime Minister. It's not because I have all the answers. It's because I believe in this country. I believe in you, our fellow Singaporeans. And I believe that our best chapters lie ahead of us. That if we have the courage to renew ourselves, the humility to listen, and the strength to stay united, Singapore can have a brighter future. Our children can have a brighter future. That's what I've worked so hard to do over the past year, to bring Singaporeans together and to chart a new way forward as one people. I've visited you in your neighborhoods, I've engaged different communities, I've listened and heard from you in dialogues and town halls. I've just started this work. Actually, it's only been a year since I took over as Prime Minister, and it's only been 6 months since I've been appointed as Secretary General of the PAP. It's a very short runway. And I don't do this work alone. I do it with a whole team. And together, we have been engaging Singaporeans, and we have started to shape the outlines of a new vision for Singapore. A Singapore that's more caring, more fair, and more just. We want a Singapore where every child has a good start, where every worker is supported, where families feel supported, not stressed. Where our seniors live with dignity and peace of mind, and where progress is measured not just in dollars and cents, but in lives uplifted, dreams fulfilled, and a sense of purpose that's shared by everyone. Friends and residents, these are not just words. Over the past year, you can see for yourself. My team and I have been trying very hard, working very hard to put all of these into actions. We have helped you with cost of living in the budget, with comprehensive measures. We have ramped up the supply of housing to make sure it remains affordable. It will get better because we are building so much new BTO flats. We have started reforming education to reduce pressure, to focus on what matters. We have provided more support for families, including children, and families with more children get more support. And like I said, this is only the beginning because this has only been 1 year. There is much more that we can do together. And with your trust, with your support, we will go further. But the road ahead will not be easy. I cannot promise you that it will be an easy journey because the storm is already upon us and we must brace ourselves for more turbulence. We cannot avoid this. The storms are everywhere, it's global, but we can choose how we respond to the storm. We can give in to anger and cynicism and division, which you sometimes hear in opposition rallies, or we can choose compassion, solidarity, and strength. We can choose to tear down, or we can choose to build. We can choose to pull apart, or we can choose to pull together. And my friends, what the PAP offers is very clear. We choose to build, we choose to pull together, we choose to unite. Now, the PAP is not a perfect party. No party is perfect. We have made mistakes. But we have always been upfront with you. We own up, we learn, we improve. And through it all, every step of the way, we put you, Singaporeans, at the center of everything we do. We don't just go for the easy road. We don't offer easy, sweet promises when they cannot be delivered. We are prepared to take the hard road, especially when it is the right thing to do, when it's the responsible thing to do. We don't promise that we can solve every problem, but we have always promised that we will walk with you, we will fight for you, and we will never give up on you. And so I make that same promise tonight. If you give me and my team your support, your trust, we will serve you with all our hearts. So this Saturday, if you believe that the PAP is still the best team, the best party to take Singapore forward, especially in these uncertain times, then stand with us. Support me and my team. Vote for the PAP. Please give me and my team a chance to do our best for you. Together, we will secure a brighter future for you, for your family, and for Singapore. Majulah PAP! Majulah Singapura! Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that speech, Prime Minister Wong. Could we please now get a group photo from with Prime Minister Wong and our candidates? Ladies and gentlemen, remember the 20 seconds I asked of you. I want 20 seconds to show your energy, your heart, your passion. Just like PM Wong just told us, he is not going to give up on us. We are not going to give up on him. Let's show us Sengkang Central. Let's show Sengkang North. Let's show him Sengkang East. Let's show him Sengkang West. 20 seconds of our love, our energy, our heart, our passion. Let's charge our Prime Minister. Let's charge our candidates. Let's come back, Sengkang! Let's come back, Sengkang! Let's come back, Sengkang! Let's make some noise! Thank you so much, PM Wong. Thank you so much, candidates so far. And PM Wong, I hope you bring our hearts and our energy over to Punggol, to our friends in Punggol. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him one more recharge. Woo! Thank you so much, PM Wong, for coming over and giving us your heartfelt speech. 大家你们也知道，今天我们的黄总理需要赶场，他需要过去punggol沟支持我们那边的朋友，所以我们现在刚才也是为他喊让，希望能充他的电一下，对不对？盛港，对不对？我们要为我们的总理充电！ That feels like a very silent pause right now. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, on with our program. Our next speaker for tonight is Muhammad Yusuf Nazir Ahmed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands to welcome Nazir.
அன்புள்ளம் கொண்ட செங்கார் குடியிருப்பார்களே, அனைவருக்கும் என் இனிய மாலை வணக்கம். இங்கே கூடியுள்ள அனைவரும் நம் சமுதாயத்தின் மேல் மிகுந்த அக்கறை கொண்டவர்கள். நமக்கு தெரியும், நம் முன்னே பல சவால்கள் இருக்கின்றன. உலகளாவிய பிரச்சனைகள், செலவினங்கள், வயதானோர் நலன், இளம் தலைமுறையின் எதிர்காலம், இன்னும் பல. அனைத்தையும் நாம் தைரியமாக எதிர்கொள்வோம். நம் முன்னோர்கள் எதற்காக போராடினார்கள்? என்று நாம் மறந்துவிட முடியாது. நம்பிக்கைக்காக, இந்த ஒற்றுமைக்காக, நம் எதிர்காலத்திற்காக மக்கள் செயற்கட்சி இந்த போராட்டத்தை தொடரும். உங்கள் வாக்கு அது வெறும் வாக்கல்ல, அது உங்கள் குரல், அது உங்கள் எதிர்காலத்திற்கான உரிமை, அது உங்கள் பிள்ளைகளுக்கான நம்பிக்கை. நமது அருமை வேட்பாளர்கள், அவர்கள் நம் சமூகத்தின் உண்மையான சேவகர்கள். முதலில் டாக்டர் லாம் பின் மின். டாக்டர் லாம் என்பவர் அனைவருக்கும் தெரிந்தவர். அது மட்டுமல்ல, நம் செங்காங் சமூகத்தின் நெருக்கமான ஒரு குடும்ப உறுப்பினர். கடந்த பல ஆண்டுகளாக அவர் நம்முடன் களத்தில் இருப்பதை நாம் நேரில் பார்த்திருக்கிறோம். குடும்ப நிலவுகளில் கலந்து கொள்ளுதல், மூத்த குடிமக்களுடன் நேரம் செலவிடுதல், பல மக்கள் நிகழ்ச்சிகளில் பங்கேற்பது என்று கூறிக்கொண்டே போகலாம். பல ஆண்டுகள் மக்கள் பணியிலும் அரசியலிலும் பழுத்த அனுபவம் பெற்றவர். நமது இணை பேராசிரியர் டாக்டர் எல்மின் அஹ்மத், நான் அவருடன் கடந்த 3 ஆண்டுகளாக நம் செங்காங் சமூகத்திற்காக பணியாற்றியுள்ளேன். எல்மியை பற்றி நான் சொல்ல விரும்பும் முதல் விஷயம், அவர் ஒரு அடுத்த வீட்டு பையன் போன்றவர், எளிமையானவர். அவர் உயர்ந்த கல்வி மற்றும் அனுபவம் பெற்றவர். எந்த பிரச்சனையை கூறினாலும் மனமுவந்து கேட்டு சந்தேகம் இல்லாமல் உதவ முன் வருவார். அவர் உண்மையில் மக்கள் நண்பர். அவரை சந்தித்த ஒவ்வொருவரும் அதை உணர்ந்திருக்க முடியும். நமது திடோராலாய் 16 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பு சமூக சேவையில் ஈடுபட ஆரம்பித்தார். இன்று வரை அவரின் முதன்மை நோக்கம் நமது குழந்தைகள் மற்றும் பெற்றோர்களுக்கு செழிப்பான மற்றும் மகிழ்ச்சியான சூழலை உருவாக்குவதே. 3 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பு அவர் மக்கள் கையெழுச்சி செங்காங் வடக்கின் கிளை தலைவராக தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டார். அப்போது அவர் சக்தி வாய்ந்த முடிவுகளை எடுத்து தாய்மார்களுக்கு உதவி செய்ய புதிய அம்சங்களை அறிமுகப்படுத்தினார். அவர் தனது கற்ப காலத்தில் கூட சமூகத்திற்காக அயராது சேவை செய்ததை அனைவரும் பார்த்திருப்பீர்கள். நமது பெனடெட் பெர்னி அவர்கள் சமூக சேவையில் பல வருடங்கள் அனுபவம் கொண்டவர். அவர் செங்காங் அணியுடன் சேர்ந்து ஒரு நல்ல சமூகத்தையும் வாழ்வாதாரத்தையும் உருவாக்க ஆர்வமாக உள்ளார். அவரை பார்த்தாலே தெரியும், அவர் எளிதில் அணுகக்கூடியவர் மற்றும் எப்போது வேண்டுமானாலும் மக்கள் தங்கள் பிரச்சனையை பகிர்ந்து அவரிடம் உதவி பெற முடியும். அவர் எப்போதும் புதிய வழிகளை முயற்சிக்க தயங்குவதில்லை. இன்று கூட அவர் தமிழில் உங்களிடம் ஆதரவு கேட்டது அதற்கு சான்று. அவர்கள் வெற்றி பெறுவது நம்முடைய சமூகத்தின் வெற்றி. அவர்கள் வெற்றி பெறுவது நம் பிள்ளைகளின் எதிர்கால நம்பிக்கைகளின் வெற்றி. உங்கள் வாக்கு மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கே. உங்கள் வாக்கு மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கே. மீண்டும் உங்கள் வாக்கு மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கே. அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, Nazir. Now, Nazir was talking about the fulfillment of his children's hopes for a better future. Our next speaker also strongly believes in protecting our children and seniors from harms in the digital environment. I think with that introduction, you guys already know who is coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Associate Professor Dr. Elmi Nagmat.
Dacia Wansang Hao Malay Vanakem Selamat petang and a very good evening to everyone. My name is Elmi, and I'm humbled to be able to speak tonight, not as a candidate, but as your friend, your fellow Singaporean, and someone who strongly believes that now is the time for Sengkang and her people to come first. Sengkang is more than just a place where we live in. It is a place where we thrive, where families flourish, where opportunities grow, and where every voice matters. But in the last few years, the people of Sengkang have shared with me that the town has slowed down. It felt like things were no longer moving forward as much as you had hoped for. Sengkang seemed to have lost its momentum and seemed to have lost its energy. But that should not be the case anymore. The incumbents had 5 years. They had 5 long years. They say that they spoke up a lot in Parliament. They spread and boast about the hundreds of questions that they have asked in Parliament. But you, the people of Sengkang, question the quality and the practical nature of their questions and proposals. How are those proposals in Parliament improve your lives in Sengkang? They tried to sell you a bargain for living in opposition wards. Buy one, get one free. Get 2 for the price of 1, they say. But we say that the Sengkang vote is not for lelong. This is not a game of numbers and bargain thrown around to win the votes. It is about choosing the Sengkang we want for our families and our families' future. It is time to put Sengkang and her people first. It is time to make Sengkang a better home for all. We have provided 19 proposals in our manifesto. Among the proposals include launching regular festival streets that bring families and different groups together, but would also promote green initiatives as well as local art, food and music. We will create more green and recreational spaces for multi-generational families as well as for active living. We will organize regular town halls and forums for the youth, the young, and people of different groups so that you can share your concerns, your views on local and national issues, on matters that matter to us, with the aim of producing actionable outcomes. We will complete more shared and covered walkways as well as improving LRT and the bus services. We want to include more routes and more frequencies so that you, the people of Sengkang, can make your everyday journeys easier and the connectivity enhanced. These are but some of our plans to make Sengkang a more vibrant and livable estate that is well managed and maintained for everyone. We are going to put Sengkang and her people first. But we also know that the people of Sengkang want their needs, their concerns, and their aspirations to be heard in Parliament. We will do so for you with conviction in the most effective manner. Not by critiquing policies or programs just for the sake of opposing, but to ensure that our government programs and policies work in your best interest. Myself and my 2 other teammates, Theodora and Bernie, may be new faces and we may not have parliamentary experience, but we are passionate about the lives and the livelihoods of our Sengkang people. And we feel strongly about the causes and issues that affect you and your families. That is why we will stand up for you, and we are here to ask you to give us a chance to be your voice in Parliament. One concern that I share with many families with young children and aging parents in Sengkang is that we all want to have a safer environment and lead more productive lives in Singapore, where the use of digital technologies and communication devices has become a necessity. The concerns surrounding the safe use of digital technologies have become more important today with the rise of AI and deepfakes. And it will only get more complex and more sophisticated. I have had a very concerned father exclaiming very loudly during one of my house visits in Sengkang, saying that the government must ban social media to protect our children. I have had parents sharing with me in Sengkang how their children have undergone deep depression due to being bullied or harassed on social media, some at a very, very young age. Some of them are not able to recognize their own children anymore, especially when their children's character and personalities have changed due to those traumatic episodes. Some had asked for help to bring their kids out from being addicted to gaming and digital devices from as young as 3 years old. Many others in Sengkang have shared with me how online content had eroded our sense of family values and our children's sense of self-esteem. I have also spoken to many seniors living in Sengkang who have experienced being scammed of their money and their life savings through online communications in one way or another. But we are hopeful. I have devoted a large part of my life studying about the effects of digital technologies and social medias on humans. In Parliament, I will push for stronger government policies and will help create more programs and more support networks in Sengkang to help promote a safer place and a brighter future for our seniors and our children. We will advocate for education to better equip our younger generation with the skills to navigate the digital landscape. By nurturing these skills in our children and our seniors, we will empower them to use the devices that they have in the safest and most productive ways. Together, we can better protect and empower the lives of our families and our neighbors in Sengkang. We can make Sengkang a home where everyone can live better today and in the future. Vote for us. Vote for a brighter future for you and your families. Vote to put Sengkang and her people first. Vote for PAP! Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang saya hormati, salam sejahtera. Nama saya Muhammad Elmi bin Nikmat. Umur saya 43 tahun dan saya adalah calon anda dari Parti Tindakan Rakyat bagi Sengkang GRC di pilihan raya ini. Keluarga saya 3 beradik dan kami membesar di Tampines dan juga di Pasir Ris. Ada sewaktu masa satu dulu, saya tinggal bersama di rumah pakcik saya di blok 126 Rivervale Street. Saya ingat lagi, pada masa itu hanya ada satu pusat beli belah di Sengkang, iaitu Rivervale Plaza. Perkembangan bandar Sengkang dari sejak masa itu amat pesat sekali. Saya dan pasukan saya dari PAP akan memastikan bahawa pembangunan bandar Sengkang kita akan berterusan dan tidak terhenti, supaya tempat kediaman Sengkang kita menjadi sebuah estet yang lebih meriah dan bersemangat, tempat yang diuruskan dan diselenggarakan dengan cara terbaik untuk semua orang. Saya berasal dari keluarga penjaja makanan. Cucu kepada penjual sate dan anak kepada pengendala kantin di sekolah rendah. Saya amat bangga dan bersyukur dengan pengorbanan dan didikan yang diberi oleh kedua-dua ibu bapa saya. Satu kebanggaan yang saya dapat merasai juga apabila terpapar di ayu wajah-wajah kebanyakan ibu bapa di Sengkang yang saya telah temui apabila mereka merujuk dan berbual tentang anak-anak mereka. Sebagai bapa sekarang kepada 4 orang anak yang masih di bangku sekolah, saya juga amat prihatin tentang kejayaan dan masa depan anak-anak Melayu kita di Singapura. Walaupun pencapaian pendidikan bagi anak-anak Melayu kita telah pun menaik dan peningkatan sosial untuk bangsa kita di Singapura secara keseluruhannya telah bertambah baik, ada banyak lagi ketidaksamaan dan cabaran yang dihadapi oleh bangsa Melayu kita. Sebagai ibu bapa yang berwibawa, kita harus terus bekerjasama untuk mendorong lebih banyak lagi usaha yang memberi tumpuan kepada intervensi awal dan menyediakan peluang yang baik dan juga saksama untuk anak-anak kita. Cucu Wak Sate ni pun sudah dewasa. Saya meminta sokongan dari anda semua dalam perjuangan saya untuk terus berjasa demi memelihara bahasa, agama dan juga budaya Melayu kita di Sengkang dan juga di Singapura. Sokongilah saya dan pasukan saya. Undilah PAP!
Thank you, Dr. Elmi, for his speech. Now, our next speaker believes that only the PAP team can make Sengkang a better place for everyone. She's our favorite chef over at Sengkang North. Let's put our hands together to welcome Mary Tan.
"亲爱的圣港的朋友，厝边头尾，大家好！我徛伫咧神港诶，已经25年啦。今暝甲要大家讲者咱诶家神港。这几年来，神港诶头口说一直换人，换来甲换去。PAP 换了一阵，后来阁换反对党来接手。安尼一个换 ，PAP 真艰苦，把一个好的家做开好。每摆换人，物件阁再放一边啦。大家都要知影，做好一项物件，毋是一日一暝就要做开好。长期的管理，所以咱人需要一个靠得住、有担当的团队来管理。迄个就是 PAP。今日我要介绍一个候选人条多拉李思怡，伊真正明白人民的需要。伊有2个囡仔，也是咧坐做工的妈妈，还要陪伴囡仔，也要照顾爸母。伊真正明白咱人民的心。条多拉已经是咧基层服务了16年，其中有4年就是伫咧神港。伊有一直伫拜访人民，也参加过无数的活动，无管少年的家庭的压力， 是咱有年纪的居民的医疗的需要，伊拢放伫心肝内，尽量甲咱解决。伊也推出2块的早餐，免费加他们，为老人家解决淡薄问题。伊也把 NTUC 的车开到咱人的邻里，互咱人家老人家唔免行呢远啦。伊也为新的妈妈们申请迄个母乳的班，伊也有互米、麦乐饼，互迄个有需要的家庭。伊毋是安尼讲的尔咯，真的是你斗家人斗骹手的。有多啦，毋是一个人在做战队，伊有一班真正好的团队。蓝平边医生、艾尔米副教授，还有黄思佳，这4位的 PAP 的候选人，一直行入去咱的区的，听大家的心肝内的话。了解大家的需要，咱人一起来面对这个挑战。朋友诶，这阵的世界是这稳定的，无稳定；经济是这坎坷的，咱人国家爱团结，就是力量啊！咱爱有责任。有远见的团队来领导我们，我们要支持 PAP， 把神港发展要更加好，好无啦？安尼好无？大家都要互咱人的手中的一票，投予支持 PAP。互咱人的囡仔有无忧无虑的烦恼，免烦恼，很好的成长吼。安尼，互咱人的爸母会使健健康康，食到100多谢大家的支持。
Let's give it up for Auntie Mary. She was so nervous today. Auntie Mary, I want to give you a hug. You did so well. Yay! Let's give it up for Auntie Mary. Now, our next speaker believes in creating a Sengkang where families are empowered to thrive and achieve a better future together. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to welcome Theodora Lai. Okay.
盛港的居民们，大家晚上好。我是 Theodora 黎希怡，非常荣幸以人民行动党候选人的身份，代表盛港集选区参选。在这次的竞选中，我们听到了很多声音，但真正的领导力不是单靠口号或能言善辩，而是在困难的时候依然选择挺身而出，继续为大家服务。我们人民行动党团队蓝彬明医生、艾勒米教授、王思佳和我选择站出来，就是因为相信能和大家在一起，为新加坡创造更美好的未来。我们知道，生活的负担 是现实存在的担忧。也正是因为远见的规划，政府才能为家庭提供强有力的支持。但要有真正长远的保障，就必须不断地创造机会，投资创新，为新加坡人打造更多优质的就业机会。我深深体会到得到支持的感觉及意义。从陪伴父亲抗癌，到现在作为年轻母亲，富养自己的家庭，我们必须提高对社区的期望。我们必须打造充满活力、令人向往的空间。从公园到游乐场，从乐龄中心到家庭活动中心。这次选举不是关于愤怒，而是关于你是否信任一个曾经将小红点发展到国际知名的政府。能与你同心协力度过艰难的日子，一起走向更美好的未来。请理智地投下你的神圣的一票，支持人民行动党。Good evening, residents of Sengkang. My name is Theodora. I'm a daughter, a wife, a mother of two, and I stand before you today as PAP candidate for Sengkang GRC. And tonight, being the last day of GE2025 campaigning, let me just say what a journey it has been. Behind me, my fellow teammates, Dr. Lam, Elmi, and Bernie. And in front of me, our dedicated volunteers and supporters. You stepped forward, not for praise, but for purpose. You showed up not just when cameras are rolling, but when residents need help. Thank you. Sharing this quote from Khaleesi, the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones. For those who don't know, I too gave birth to a little dragon 6 months ago. But missed the SG60 baby package. Khaleesi said, "We will leave the world better than we found it." And that's the spirit that drives those who serve. Let's harness that spirit as a team and as a country. For the past 4 years, I've walked this ground, listening to residents, your concerns, and getting involved in your lives and your struggles. It's been my privilege to serve and connect with you. Tonight, I want to talk about
courage. Courage isn't being about the loudest voice in the room. It is not applause for pointing out what is wrong. It is action. Because tearing down is easy, but building takes courage. And it's the steady hand that solves problems, even when no one is watching. Courage not just to stand for election, but to build courage across our homes, our streets, and our future. Let's first talk about courage for youth. Let me tell you about Alina. I lead a non-profit organization, the Singapore Valley Awards. It's an award for young, aspiring entrepreneurs to provide them internship positions with overseas global exposure. In Alina's final year of university, she applied for this award. She won this award, and she was posted to Shanghai with GGV Capital, a global venture capital firm based in China and the US. It was fast-paced, competitive, and intense. But she thrived. And she became GGV's first full-time hire in Singapore. Opportunities for lived experiences like these build confidence, independence, and resilience. I want to create more opportunities for youth through increasing global exposure, internships, mentoring, industry tie-ups, and opportunities to give back in Singapore and in Sengkang. We will build their courage for success so that youth of today can have a future that they can proudly build of tomorrow. Next, let's talk about the courage to build for tomorrow. We all feel the pressure of rising prices, global uncertainty, but the answer is not fear, not finger-pointing, not looking backwards. The answer is growth, and not just any growth. Growth that creates good jobs, growth that builds long-term strength. Today, Singapore scientists and entrepreneurs are pushing frontiers in AI, in energy, in new materials, and health. And they are doing this because the PAP government invested early in R&D. We built world-class research institutions. We backed them with vision and funding. And now we're starting to see the results. But we must go further. We need more homegrown companies with real edge, products that cannot be copied, jobs that are stable, secure, and meaningful. I work with founders and builders, and I see that it is possible right here in Singapore. Yeah. Let's get more Singaporeans into these high-growth teams. More companies built here. More policies that collect talent, capital, and opportunity. On the ground, I'll help bridge these opportunities. In Parliament, I'll push for bold strategies that deliver real impact. Because when the future is uncertain, we don't retreat. We invest, we adapt, and we lead. We choose courage and we choose growth. Thirdly, the courage I want to talk about is building our families. As a mother of two, as someone building a career, I know the struggle. Can I be a good mom and do well at work? Can I be present and still achieve big dreams? Many young parents that I speak to in Sengkang want both: strong families and strong careers. Let's make that possible. The PAP has continued to back families with real support. And as part of the team, I want to connect both national strategies for everyday lives of Singaporeans to ensure that every family, every child gets a fair shot. But policy alone is not enough. We also need neighborhoods that work for families. And I've heard you. Many residents in Sengkang have told me that our municipal care can and must be better. So we started with small steps, led with heart. $2 breakfast sets to start the day with a hot meal. Breastfeeding and pumping rooms, because no mother should have to feed a baby in a toilet stall. Fair price on wheels, bringing groceries to those who cannot travel far. And free legal aid so that no family has to fight their battles alone. Raya shopping trips to build shared memories. These are some of the many, many projects that we have put in place for Sengkang residents. And these aren't just programs. They are a promise, my promise, that no one should be left behind. And I've seen what real leadership looks like through the PAP Policy Forum, where I was chairperson, where we meet directly with ministers. There is no groupthink. I've seen how seriously all views are taken behind the scenes, away from the headlines. Your vote is not just a signal. It is a responsibility. It decides who leads, who governs, and who builds with you. And caring is more than intention. It is action, because we are the People's Action Party. So, vote from the heart. Vote for a team that leads with integrity, capability, and care. Vote for the PAP. Majulah Singapura!
Thank you, Theodora, for that speech. And speaking of leaving the world a better place, ladies and gentlemen, let's also demonstrate that as PAP supporters, we will leave this place better than when we found it. So do remember that before we leave tonight, to clear the whole place up before we leave the school premises. Can I get your agreement on that? That's the spirit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very touching and inspiring story from our next speaker. She's going to share with us about her daughter. Let's put our hands to welcome Madam Amy Ang.
亲爱的盛港居民，大家晚上好。我是舒婷，一位盛港的居民，也是一位母亲。我已经住在盛港18年了。今晚我想分享一个对我意义深重的故事。很多年前，当我的女儿7岁时，她画了一幅画送给我。那幅画是一轮明亮的太阳，一道绚丽的彩虹，横跨天空，下面是绿色的青草，和他笔下的快乐世界。他对我说：“妈妈，这就是我心中美好的世界。”如今，我的女儿已经15岁了。这些年，我一直记得这幅画，因为那不仅是她童年的作品，而是他对未来的梦想。而我做母亲的，也立下心愿，要尽我所能为他守护那个希望美好的家园。我相信，这不但是一位小孩的梦想，这也是你我的渴望，那就是一同同心协力的打造我们的未来美好世界。今天我们站在抉择的路口，不是为了彼此竞争，而是为了团结前行。我们不是在互相对抗，而是要作为一个社区，朝着共同的远景前进。我们要思考长远，而不是只为于眼前的舒适。快速的解决方案也许看起来及时，但他们真的能够经得起时间的考验吗？在盛港，我看到了有一支团队，有同样的信念，默默地为居民服务，倾听你我的心声，那就是人民行动党盛港局选区候选团队。我想特别谈一谈蓝冰敏医生，他不是初来乍到的新人，而是一位陪伴着我们这20多年来风风雨雨，始终与我们一起的好朋友、老朋友。即使在2020年失去了一席，他曾没有离开过。他没有选择安逸的退居幕后，而是继续的在地生根。他走社区，听民生，办活动，解民忧，从来没有停止过他的脚步。他的坚持不是为了掌声，而是因为他真的关心盛港的每一个家庭。这份始终如一的坚持与默默的付出，正是我们需要的领导者典范。这支团队不仅拥有专业的背景，更重要的是，他们有心、有担当、有行动。他们不是只在选举时出现，而是继续走在第一线，陪伴我们解决问题，共建家园。朋友们，选举不仅是一个决定，更是我们对未来的承诺。让我们一起投下信任的一票，支持蓝冰敏医生、艾乐米博士， 赖希怡女士与王施佳女士，支持人民行动党，支持坚持原则、坚守信念、团结社区的团队吧。让我们一起用选票画出那道更亮、更美、更稳的彩虹。让我们同心助家，共建上港。马祖啦，马祖啦 ，PAP。谢谢大家。
Thank you so much for that touching speech, Amy. Now our final speaker is someone who is very familiar to all Sengkang residents, having dedicated the past 20 years to serving the community. To him, Sengkang is almost like a child he has watched grow and develop over the years. Sengkang, let's put our hands together to welcome Dr. Lam Bin Min.
尊敬的盛港居民朋友们，大家晚上好。今天站在这里，我的心情非常激动，同时也充满了谦卑和感恩。5年前，在盛港集选区的选举中，我辜负了大家的期望。这是我永远无法忘记的遗憾。然而，正是这份遗憾让我深刻反思，也让我更加坚定要回到这里，为盛港的居民们再奋斗一次。5年后，我不停问自己：盛港真的比2020年前更好了吗？您的居住环境有比2020年前更美好吗？我相信每一位居民都在心中问过自己这些问题，而今天我站在这里，就是想告诉大家，我愿意和大家一起同心协力，为盛港的未来做出贡献。现在让我为大家分享我们团队要为盛港居民所做的事。第一件事，我们需要更好的市政管理。作为一个社区，良好的市政管理是我们生活品质的根本保障。让我们问大家一个问题：你们是否还有为楼道的卫生、电梯的维护而烦恼吗？这些问题看来是小，却是你们每天都要面对的挑战。一个干净、整洁的环境，安全可靠的电梯，不仅是我们生活的便利，更是每一位居民尊严的尊重。过去几年里，我看到盛港的发展停滞，也看到了许多需要改进的地方。如果当选，我会把提升市政管理作为首要任务，确保我们的社区更加宜居，让每一个角落都充满活力和希望。第二件事，我们需要更完善的年老人关怀与设施。盛港是一个多元化的社区，其中有许多值得我们尊敬的长者。 他们是我们的家人、朋友，也是我们社会的最重要组成部分。然而，随着年龄的增长，他们的需求也在变化，他们需要更多的关爱、更好的设施，以及更健康生活方式和活动。如果当选，我承诺会积极推动活跃老龄化中心的建设，为长者提供丰富的社交活动和健康课程。同时，也会加强乐龄关怀中心的服务，让每一位长者都能够享用到社区的温暖和支持。我们不仅要让他们老有所养，也要让他们老有所乐。第三件事，我们的圣港需要一个全新的开始。5年前的事例让我明白了一个道理：改变不可能一蹴而就，但只要我们愿意尝试、愿意坚持，任何改变都可以能实现。这就是为什么我们选择回到这里的原因。我坚信，在我们的共同努力下，圣港一定能够变得更完美。最后，请允许我向大家提出一个请求。过去的5年里，我们很努力耕耘，就只希望能够得到你们的信任和支持，让我们一起为圣港的明天而奋斗。这不仅是一次选举，更是一个机会，一个让我们共同书写圣港的新篇章。我们知道，任何承诺都需要用行动来证明，但我们向大家保证，如果当选，我们会全力以赴，绝不辜负你们对我们的期望。无论遇到什么困难，我们都会坚定地站在这里，与你们并肩前行。请投我们人民行动党一票。My dear residents of Sengkang GRC, good evening. Thank you for being here tonight. This is the final day of the hustle and bustle of the election campaign. I want to thank all my activists and supporters for standing by me, not just for the past 9 days, but for the last 19 years of my political career. I stand before you with a humble heart, mindful of the lessons I learned 5 years ago. In 2020, you spoke through your votes, and I respected your choice. But I won't pretend that it wasn't painful. Losing Sengkang GRC in 2020 was one of the saddest moments of my life. After serving Sengkang for 14 years, the feeling of rejection hits hard. I was emotional. I may not have shown it openly, but in private, I struggled. Some residents later told me that they were very sad when our team lost. Some even cried for days after the 2020 defeat. But hearing that really broke my heart. It felt I had disappointed you and I have let you down. That pain and sense of responsibility are exactly why I'm here today, speaking to you now. Sengkang has always been like a second home to me. I spent 19 years of my life serving this community and making many good friends. I simply could not walk away. When you are my family, instead of giving up, I chose to turn that heartbreak into motivation. I decided that rather than staying sad, I would channel that negative energy into positive effort, continue to work hard on the ground, and to serve our residents with sincerity. That is why I'm back. I'm back because I love Sengkang and I love all of you. And I believe Sengkang deserves better. And that brings me to some questions we all need to ask ourselves tonight. Is Sengkang better than it was before 2020? Will it be better if it continues to stay status quo for the next 5 years? Is your living environment better than 5 years ago? So let's talk about home and estate, the place where we raise our children and care for our parents. In my regular walks around the neighborhood these past few years, many of you have shared with me your frustrations about the town council's management of the estate. Unreliable lifts that break down too often, multi-story car parks in poor condition, playground equipment left damaged for months, and general estate wear and tear not attended to. I hear from residents pigeons nesting in their homes, unswept, littered corridors, and even pet waste cluttering our void decks, as well as rats and cockroaches infestations in our neighborhood. These might sound like small issues to some, but to you as residents, that affect your daily comfort and safety in very real ways. Do you really want your children to be injured while playing in the playground? Do you want your parents or your grandparents to trip over uneven or broken tiles? These are basic standards we expect in a well-maintained town. And frankly, these standards have slipped over the past 5 years. I hear you when you say that the estate's cleanliness and maintenance used to be better. Many of us remember how our estate was cared for before 2020. Remember a time when broken lights in the corridors were fixed quickly, when the playgrounds were regularly checked and repaired, when we didn't have to worry about stepping into a filthy lift. I'm not here to point fingers or score political points, but we cannot ignore the facts and the reality. The current town management has not been up to the mark, and you deserve better. Don't you agree? Sengkang residents take pride in their home, and we need a town council that takes pride in its work the same way. If elected, my team and I will make it our top priority to restore high standards of estate maintenance. We will be efficient, responsive, and professional in running the town council. Another recent feedback I heard from residents was the S&CC increase. The Workers' Party has made addressing the rising cost of living a central focus of its 2025 general election campaign. Their manifesto outlines several policy proposals aimed at alleviating financial pressure on Singaporeans. But yet in March 2025, Sengkang Town Council has raised the S&CC by 10 to 14%. Why are they saying one thing and doing another? Are they just paying lip service to Singaporeans and Sengkang residents in particular? Can the Workers' Party be trusted? My 14 years of experience in running the Ang Mo Kio Town Council, of which 5 years as its chairman, puts me in good state to deliver the Town Council service standard that our Sengkang residents deserve. We owe it to you to get these fundamentals right. We will hold ourselves accountable to you. If something's not up to scratch, we will fix it. No excuses. This is our promise to make Sengkang a cleaner, safer, and more pleasant home for all of us once again. So if I may ask you again, compare our Sengkang today to the Sengkang you knew before 2020. Is your living environment better? I believe we can do much better, and we will with your support. Next, I want to talk about our seniors, our parents and grandparents in Sengkang. Being a young senior myself, I'm above 55 now, the well-being of our seniors is something close to my heart. Our seniors are the pillars of our families. They work so hard to build today's Singapore, and they deserve to enjoy their golden years with dignity and support. In Sengkang, many of our residents are part of young families, but we also have many seniors, some living alone, some helping to care for grandchildren. Over the years, I've gotten to know so many of the uncles and aunties here. I've laughed with them at block parties. I've seen them exercise at the parks in the morning, and I listen to them, their worries about healthcare and loneliness. They hold a special place in my heart. That's why one of my team's main priorities is to boost the facilities and programs for seniors' well-being right here in Sengkang. What do we want to do? First, we will work with AIC to set up more active aging centers in Sengkang. These will be vibrant hubs for seniors in each district or precinct, places where they can come down for exercise classes, maybe do some karaoke, learn a new hobby, or just have a cup of kopi and chit-chat with friends. Next, we will also work with AIC to open more senior care centers. These are important for seniors who may have health conditions or need some supervised care during the day. Just for example, if you're an elderly mother who is frail or has dementia, a senior care center in the neighborhood means she can spend the day there, engage in activities and being looked after by trained staff while you're at work, and then return home to family at night. It gives peace of mind to caregivers and helps seniors get the care they need without being confined at home. Beyond physical centers, we are going to introduce programs for healthy lifestyles and social inclusion. This means more exercise groups like morning Tai Chi or Qigong sessions, weekly brisk walking clubs, or even simple aerobics and dance sessions that everyone, not just seniors, but also younger residents, can join to stay fit. We also run social activities, for instance, intergenerational bonding events where seniors and youth come together, like technology workshops where the students can teach the seniors how to use smartphones, or storytelling sessions where seniors share their rich life experiences with the young. The goal is to make sure no senior in Sengkang feels isolated or left behind. Here in Sengkang, we want to look after our seniors. And to all the young families here, this is about your parents and your grandparents. We want you to have peace of mind that while you're working or raising your kids, your elderly loved ones have places to go, friends to meet, and activities to look forward to each day. They took care of us. Now it's our turn to take care of them. My commitment is that every senior in Sengkang will have opportunities to stay active, healthy, engaged in the community, and we want our seniors to age actively and with dignity. My dear Sengkang residents, standing with me this evening is a new gender-balanced PAP team whose average age is just 43, 2 women, 2 men who reflect the youthful energy of Sengkang. Bernadette is a director at Creative Eateries and a mother of 2. Her decade of service with women and youth organizations will help us create parent-friendly programs and mentor budding local businesses in our town centers. Theodora leads a venture building firm and has volunteered since 2009. Her startup know-how and hands-on community projects will bring practical, innovative support to young families here. Elmi is an associate professor and vice dean. He will champion digital safety workshops and intergenerational learning so that both children and seniors can thrive online without fear of scams or cyberbullying. Together, this refreshed team has already been knocking on doors, listening to you at coffee shops and hawker centers, and co-creating ideas with residents. So some people may ask, why come back? After my loss in GE2020, I have not left Sengkang. I continue to serve in the community, walking the ground, knocking on your doors, and meeting you in many events and activities. Many of you welcome me back with warm smiles, and some of you even continue to seek my help or advice on community matters, as if nothing has changed. We love you! So, moments like this touched me deeply, but I felt bad and powerless, as I was unable to assist you as your elected MP. But you reminded me that the bonds we have forged over 14 years did not just disappear with one election result. The decision to contest again was not an easy one. Of course, I have to discuss at length with my family. We knew that by stepping forward again, we would be signing up for long nights and weekends of community work and opening ourselves to the possibility of another defeat. My family worried for me. They didn't want to see me get hurt or be disappointed again. But ultimately, they understood why I feel so strongly about this, and I'm blessed with a family that understands my calling to serve. During my campaign walkabouts in Sengkang, many Sengkang residents are happy to see me come back. There was an 87-year-old uncle, Mr. Koh, a loyal supporter of the PAP, who shared with me that he and his wife lost their appetite and were overwhelmed with sadness after our loss in 2020. When his neighbor consoled and reassured him that the PAP team will fight back in the next election, he simply replied, that he may not have many 5 years left. Thankfully, I met him just yesterday. He is still very healthy. And also in very good spirit. And he promised to vote for me this time again. So the encouragement of my friends, my family, and residents like Mr. Koh strengthened my resolve to come back. I want to show them and to show all of you that when you believe in something and care for people, you never give up. No matter how difficult the going may be, with your support and encouragement, I find strength to keep moving forward. Your unwavering belief in me reminds me that I'm not alone. Not alone even in my darkest moments. But I know that by coming back, I'm the challenger, the underdog in this fight. It will be an uphill task. It won't be easy. But let me tell you this. I may have lost the election in 2020, but I have never lost my conviction and courage to continue to fight for you. I'm not coming back because of my ego, but because I believe in something bigger than ourselves. And that is why I'm back, because I love Sengkang and I love all of you. Sengkang's growth from a new town into a close-knit community is our shared story. I'm so proud to have been a part of that journey, working alongside you. But our journey, my friends, is not over. In many ways, there is still a long road ahead to fully realize the dream we started for Sengkang. There are unfinished plans and new dreams we have yet to achieve for our town. Projects we have envisioned, improvements that were in the pipeline, ideas we had for the community that were put on hold. Let us reclaim the lost 5 years and rebuild Sengkang, our dream home, together. Sengkang's story is still being written, and I sincerely want to write the next chapter together with you. My dear Sengkang residents, tonight I stand before you as someone who has fallen before, but who is determined to stand up again with even more humility and resolve. I humbly ask for a second chance. A second chance for me to come back and serve you with all my heart. A second chance for all of us to continue the work we have started together. A second chance for the PAP Sengkang team to prove ourselves to you. We will work tirelessly to make sure we deliver on every promise. There will be no compromise on improving our living environment, no effort spared in solving your problems, and no half-hearted measure in enhancing our community. I promise you, give us the support and we will not let you down. We will put in our hearts and minds into serving you. Your worries will be our priorities. We will strive to make Sengkang the best home it can be, a cleaner, greener, safer, and more caring Sengkang for everyone. This is not about going back to the past. It's about taking the best of what we have and moving forward to an even brighter future. My dear Sengkang residents, Sengkang is my home. You are my neighbors, my friends, my family. I am proud of how far we have come, and I'm excited about what more we can achieve together. So let us finish what we have started. Let us restore Sengkang's shine and take it to greater heights. Together, let's make Sengkang sweet again. Together, let's make history. Together, let's make Sengkang a better home for all. Please vote for the PAP. Majulah Singapura.
Thank you, Dr. Lam, for that touching speech. Now, over the past 5 years, the PAP team Sengkang has been working very hard to win back the hearts and minds of Sengkang GRC residents. We hope that the GRC will really give this team Sengkang a chance to serve you and your family. 香港居民们，蓝医生刚才那个非常感人的演讲，好不好听？那过去这5年来，我们的人民行动党一直努力奋斗，去争取你们的支持，
所以我们希望这次你真的能支持我们这一个团队，我们圣港的团队。So without further ado, could we invite Dr. Lam to lead us in the closing party cheer for today?
Fellow Singaporeans and fellow Sengkang residents, let's repeat after me and we do this 3 times. Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah PAP!
Majulah Singapura!
Majulah Singapura!
Thank you and have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team Sengkang! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our rally. I shall now summon my AI voice to usher all of you back home. Please remember to pick up any litter that we have on the grounds today as you proceed out of this place in an orderly manner. Our volunteers and marshals will guide you along. Just a gentle reminder, please pick up any litter along the way, and thank you for doing this. We seek your support. And thank you, Sengkang. Thank you for choosing this out of the 11 rallies tonight to come and support. Thank you, Sengkang.